Now we've got a lightweight fight between Javid Basharat versus Oron Kahlon. This is very interesting. Artem MMA was actually the first person, I think, to point this out. This fight's at lightweight, and Javid Basharat has been fighting at bantamweight his entire career, so this is going to be very interesting. He's going to have a size disadvantage to the 41-year-old Oron Kahlon, but what confuses me is Sherdog has him listed at 40 years old. Tapology has him listed at 40 years old. I am a little bit confused because in this interview, which took place in 2019, this interviewer said that he was 32 years old. He's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He's also got 6 black belts as well, which is pretty insane. So maybe he's 34. Maybe he's 40 years old. I mean, honestly, dude, I don't know for sure. I really struggle to find much footage on Oron. Javid Basharat, his last fight was an octagon. Unfortunately, I get copyright striked for showing octagon fights, so I'm just going to have to talk about the two fighters here. They're both finishers. Javid Basharat, I believe, has like 4 KO wins and 6 submission wins. No, 5 and 5 on KO and submission. And Oron Kahlon, 16 wins, 16 finishes, 6 KO wins, 10 submission wins. I mean, he's got a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He will probably be looking to take the fight to the ground against Javid, as I do think that Javid's main way of winning would probably be by knockout. If Oron truly is 40 years old, the first thing to go is what a lot of people say is the chin. But Javid's fighting out of London Shoot Fighters. That's also the same gym as Michael Venom Page, if I'm not mistaken, who's a pretty good Bellator fighter at the moment. And we actually got odds on this one. Javid, a pretty decent favorite as well. Interesting. I don't know, man. It's a tough one. We've got a 16-0 guy versus a 10-0 guy. This could be the main event. I am going to go with Javid Basharat. To be fair, it is mainly because of the age difference. There's like a 15-year age difference between these two guys. Oron's going to have a lot more experience. I mean, 6 black belts. One of them in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I'm actually not too sure what the other ones are. I think there's one in Muay Thai as well. Something insane like that. But I do have to go with Javid in this one. I think he's going to be a lot faster. He will be smaller, but he does actually have a height advantage, which is quite interesting here. And maybe the reach advantage as well. And I've got to go with him by KO. I do think that he's going to get the job done inside the distance. I think Kahlon's way to win would actually have to be to take the fight to the ground and look for a submission. But yeah, 2 undefeated guys in their pro records. Oron Kahlon does actually have a loss, but it was 11 years ago when he was an amateur. So yeah, man, this is an interesting fight, and very interested to see why Oron is 41 years old on the Contender Series. I mean, you would probably think that the UFC would have just signed this guy a couple of years ago when he last fought, but it's going to be a good fight, I reckon. I'm looking forward to it. 2 undefeated guys. I've got to go with Javid Basharat. I think he's going to be faster, and I do think he will probably find the chin of Oron. I do think he gets the job done inside the distance.